Oh, shit. The boys are back. Hey, it's the Phantom.
Who is he again? What's his name?
Phantom.
How
are you, mate?
Not bad.
Hey, Tony's back at best. It's happening. He's still winning. Still on top. Congratulations, won a premiership. Penny Panthers, first time in 43. 17 years. Man, yeah.
Job's not done. Job's not done, mate.
Job done?
Nope.
Job not done. Tony, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, no, I just came to collect the spoon on behalf of the boys.
Yeah.
Nothing
changed.
End of round appearance, but you know, Christmas is once a year, so you can't have it every week, you know?
Yeah. Anything else to say about that chat team, bro, that you support?
Look, I'm happy to collect the spoon at this point. We've been that bad.
That's it.
It's almost
Any chance of salvaging, getting a win this week?
Look, if it's any team we can beat, it's the Cowboys. So a bit of irony right there to end the season against Cowboys, who've been almost as bad as Brisbane. But
you got a good chance. But
yeah.
Katoni Stags at 5'8". We'll talk about it later. It's a bit weird. Boys, another big week in the rugby league. Were you shocked, man? Addin Fonua Blake he left Manly out of nowhere, gone to the Warriors. It's a bit of a shock.
Not really shocked because there was news coming out saying that he's going to leave Manly, and Manly were happy to release him.
Just
going to the Warriors.
That news just coming out of nowhere, but I think no one expected that.
What, as in how quick it came out?
Yeah. Just like that.
Didn't Manly say that they wanted it done pretty quickly so that they can...
If they could get someone, yeah.
Yeah, so that they can start figuring out what they're going to do next year. I think it was kind of like Addin wanted to know where he was going at the end of the year, and Manly wanted to know too. So I think both parties were happy with, you know, trying to get everything sorted and done. Did I think he was going to go Warriors? I didn't think so, but, you know, Warriors are looking good next year.
Massive pickup. They've got him. They've got, I think, Kane Evans going there. They've got Ben Murdoch-Mastilla.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some really good players going there. Like, to add to that young core.
Ewan Aiken too.
Ewan Aiken. Man, they're building nicely. You know what I don't like, but, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, it's the negative connotation around Addin leaving. As soon as he makes a decision like that, the friggin' media want to put a negative tone on it, you know? Oh, he's doing something wrong. There must be something going on with his life. But what the hell do they know, but? They don't know anything.
Yeah, I just want to know how they know the fine detail of things like he wants to leave because he's associating with the wrong crowd and things like that. And he had specific conversations with his wife. Like, how do they know that specific things? And then they, it was on 360 where they showed the video of Addin puffing the shisha. They made it as if it was illegal to do that, as if other players don't do that.
Or he was celebrating like the news or some bull crap.
Yeah, and just gangster music in the back and things like that.
That was the best gangster music.
No, but what the hell is that? Like, again, would you ever say, like, could you ever envision Addin Fonua Blake sitting with a journalist talking about life? Hell no.
It's like if they don't go down their alleyway, it's wrong. That's the issue.
I don't know, just don't like it.
Well, look, the media now is just who can spin the best story.
That's it.
Regardless of whether the facts are there or not, it's just, are we saying that he doesn't have friends who maybe are in the wrong crowd?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Maybe not, maybe. But just because you have friends that are maybe in the wrong crowd doesn't mean that you're associated to gangs. But with the media, but with the media, it's just like, we found the thinnest link that we could find, so we're just going to create a story around it, and that's what we're going to run with.
But like him going at the ref, you know, after the Knights game, you know, saying that, you know, that's disgusting behaviour, shouldn't be doing that. Because and the Canberra game, remember when he did that to him when they beat him?
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah. But the media jumped at him like that's disgraceful, it's disrespectful to the... What are you talking about? Michael Ennis did this, and they all laughed for about 2 years. Yeah, they loved it.
I'm not a fan of going at someone for getting caught up in the heat of the moment. So, I don't know. They must have an agenda against him. 2 questions, though. Is he expecting to stay in Australia while playing for the Warriors next year? Or does he actually expect to move to New Zealand and COVID to pretty much?
It's a good question because the whole notion was he wants to get out of Sydney. But he might be only moving to the Central Coast.
Yeah, exactly. So.
For now, you know what I mean? So I think he expects to go back to New Zealand. I think that's the case.
Well, I think there were reports, and I don't know how true that is, but there were reports saying that his wife has family in New Zealand. So maybe the main reason for that happening, him moving to Warriors, was just so that his wife could be with her family during the COVID times.
Probably.
And then him being in Australia. Again, I don't know. That's something obviously that as football fans, we don't really care. That's his decision. Whether he's what he's planning to do with his time after, while he's with the Warriors, whether it's, expecting to be in New Zealand or not. He's obviously made that decision to go to the Warriors, knowing exactly what he's going to do. So, but yeah, as of now, Warriors are expected to be based in Central Coast as of next year, unless obviously COVID, anything dramatic changes in COVID, like a vaccine or something like that, which I don't think he'll take.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. In the last round, there's usually like they try to do different things, right? They try to mess with the rules, just for games that don't mean anything. Like the Broncos Cowboys game.
He said 2 questions. That was only
one.
Oh,
sorry. What was your second question?
Oh, sorry. Second question. How much are they expecting to pay him?
I don't think it's come out yet, has it? It hasn't even come out how long the contract is.
It must be around like
800.
It must be more, 800, 900. Like it must be a little bit more.
He's definitely getting more than what he would be.
He had to be, right? He surely has to.
Well, I think there might be a possibility that Mandy's going to even pay for some of his salary too. Maybe.
Interesting.
But they are releasing him, and I mean, who knows? You never know with these deals. How many of those players that left Bulldogs, we didn't find out that Bulldogs were paying their salary to a couple of years later.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
hold on. So you never know, but
actually,
I think
speaking of the Bulldogs, how good was it today? I don't know if you care, but they get rid of 8 players for next year, including Addin Tolman, Kerrod Holland, Marcelo Montoya, Jack Cogger. Mate, this is the best day of my life since the premiership. I tell you that much, bro.
That's the first step they had to take, and good on Trent Barrett for stepping up and taking control. It feels like no one else had the balls to kick out the senior players and the experienced players, despite their flat performances every week. Who else? So you named 4. Who else?
It must be a bunch of reserve grade players.
Like Suaso, Su, a few more, but like those main players, they've been linked with the Dogs for the worst years of the Dogs. You know what I mean? Dogs history, and they're finally going. Like it looks like a new chapter for them. It's the best day. Day for me, man.
Well, look,
I'm very happy.
I was a big supporter of, even though Trent Barrett's doing great things at Penrith, I was a big supporter of him going to Bulldogs. And if he didn't do what he had just done right there, which is release the players that obviously, I know they're veterans. I know they can play a role in the team, but, to get them where they need to be, they obviously had to move on and find another club. And if he didn't do that, then I would have said that that's probably the first step that he took wrong. So, first step for Trent Barrett, I think he's succeeded there and he's done the right thing. And it's just basically having to make more tough decisions to get the Bulldogs back to their glory days.
I hope so. I mean, that's the plan, right? To get them back there, but it's a long road ahead. Just quickly, I was talking about the last round before. They use it to, for the crappy games, the ones that don't mean anything to
Which one is that this week?
Broncos, Cowboys, for instance.
Are they using it for that?
I'm not sure, but they usually they do stuff like that.
It does mean something. That's a wooden spoon battle.
Also something
actually technically does mean something.
Yeah, but
it'll be silly. Like you might as well go for 2 teams that are not going to make the 8, or 2 teams that are one that's either locked in the 8 and the other one that's not going to affect the wooden spoon.
Like Warriors is Manly, for instance.
Yeah, that'll be
game.
Right.
But also, what I've noticed is teams are resting like up to 20 players or like 10, 15 players each. Like Melbourne's done it. I think the
Penrith have done
I think Canberra did it. I think Penrith maybe.
Penrith have done a couple.
But in this round, there's a lot of stars. Do you have an issue with that in the last round for players? Because
the only issue is if Canberra still have a chance of making the top 4 if Para lose and they win. So that was a bit surprising for Ricky to rest all of them. Sorry.
He probably doesn't want to be in the top 4. He probably doesn't want to play. Like honestly, he probably doesn't want to play Penrith round 1 of the finals.
But even if they lose against Penrith, they still got that home game against whoever in the semi-finals. In terms of Melbourne, I think they're more than capable of winning regardless of who he drops. So I don't have an issue with that. Just a bit surprising. You don't usually see a whole lot of 7 to 10 players drop that once.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is a bit like unethical. Like, should they be more mindful of the product they're putting out there? You know, kind of ripping off players, ripping off fans a bit.
Look, to be honest, they've played their heart out the whole year, and in regards to the Penrith side of things, I don't know what the other teams are, why the other teams are resting their players, but Penrith have stated that they're resting players like Kickow, a few other players, I think, Edwards, Naden, because they had niggling injuries, and that's obviously just the smartest thing to do. I mean, 1 week before the finals, you don't want to, especially a player like Dylan Edwards, that is one of the, you're going to, I mean, even though that youngster Laurie's coming through, you don't want to see a player like Dylan Edwards, you know, get injured just before the finals. He's very integral to what the Penrith are doing at the moment.
I think it's an issue because, like, in terms of like the people paying the money to put the product out there.
Let me ask you something.
You know, what I mean, they're paying millions of dollars to give reserve graders a go. Like,
let me ask something.
When they don't have to, yeah.
Let me ask something. You're a Melbourne supporter, right?
I am.
If I'm Craig Bellamy and I go, all right, I'm going to play a bunch of my first grade players just to appease you for one round that you're going to go watch your team, and then 2 of those players randomly get injured, and then your finals suffer because of that. Is that the smart decision?
No, of course.
So at the end of the day,
no, I'm not saying it. Like, we understand the coaching side of it, but fan side of it, broadcaster side of it, they're getting ripped off, right? Playing unknown names, like, true or not?
Well, it's been like
especially talking about Canberra. Canberra's got a chance at the top 4. Surely their fans would want them to get into the top 4. You know what I mean? But honestly, they got their own ways, or they got their own thoughts. Like you said, maybe he doesn't want to play them. Maybe he doesn't want to risk that.
Also, you got to remember too, since there's no New South Wales Cup or anything, those backup players are not getting any game time. So maybe they're kind of giving them a bit of game time just in case a vital player gets injured. But
plus, you know what? Like, it has been a difficult season. Like, players,
no buys,
no rest, no nothing. Like, they've been playing 20 weeks straight. It is true.
If anyone should have dropped a whole bunch of players, it should have been Penrith, because they've wrapped up the minor premiership.
Well, that's the thing.
They're versing the Bulldogs. Like, I'm sure they're still capable of beating the Dogs.
Well, that's the thing. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing Cleary play, which is fine. I don't mind him playing. But imagine he does get injured this week, and you've got Matt Burton on the bench. Imagine he does get injured. You know, then you're going to start questioning, why did he play him on the weekend instead of why didn't he play him, you know?
True.
So, you never know. Maybe Ivan might pull Cleary out last second and just let Burton start with Jerome Luai. Because at the end of the day, who cares? Like, what's the point? Is it to get that 17 win streak?
I guess it's you don't want to wreck momentum as well. So,
I mean, that does play a part of it, you know, going into finals.
They've also rested Crichton.
Yeah. Right, is Burton on the bench as well?
Burton's on the bench. Yeah. So I think Cleary might play the first half, and if they're ahead, then he might just take him off and not risk injury.
Fair enough.
Which I think will be a smart.
Well, he's impressed with Parramatta last week.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, sorry.
Actually.
Oh, stop. Sorry. What?
Look, Para has been out of form for at least. Look,
this break's done you well, man. Like, you've got to come to your senses a little bit now.
Look, they've been out of form for around 7 games or so now. Definitely not the team they were at the start of the season, which is a bit concerning. But there's 2 ways to look at it. Look, if they turn up finals time, which is what matters in the end, then credit to them. But right now, based on their current form, they're not. They won't make it past week 2, assuming they make top 4. Worrying signs. Like, I'm not like with Dylan.
You're not
Brown
convinced,
now.
right? Like, I'm not convinced.
Apparently, Dylan Brown might come back.
I mean, that's a big in if he does. But
where, this week or?
I think week 2 of the finals.
Yeah, I think he will make week 2. They have no choice but to push for it. Because I don't know, Dryfield just for me doesn't do much.
But he's the same player as Mitchell Moses. To me, he's the same. He's just a runner. I feel like
Dryfield's just a runner. Moses at least can kick. He can throw left to right.
He's what Mitchell Moses was at 18, 20 years old. You know what I mean? And Mitchell Moses obviously has evolved his game a bit more.
People were trying to claim that, but the Panthers only beat Broncos 25-12. This was a good performance. But the worrying thing for me is Brisbane probably legitimately attacked Parramatta's line 3 times in that game, 3 or 4 times, and they came away with 2 tries.
Yeah. Parramatta did struggle to score too. Like, they really had to throw them to the edge.
That's what I'm saying.
One try for kick, 1 try against the runner play, I think it was 2. So Yeah.
Like, I was
just
on-
overall, like, don't even judge it by the score. They just didn't look as
No,
convincing.
but
as
regardless of the score or whatever, I'm talking about what I saw on Twitter and all that. But you look at it from just the eye test, right? They don't look like
Nah.
what
They
we're
don't look like a
saying is right.
cohesive unit.
They don't, like, not in attack at least. Like,
No.
defensively, they scramble still well. Like, I'm not denying that, but in attack, man,
Yeah.
they got nothing. Bro, they've got the easiest run. They got Tigers this week. If they don't put 30-40 on them, they're a shambles.
Yeah.
They're a shambles, bro.
Well, I don't know if they'll even put 30 on them.
To be honest, like,
Tigers
Tigers
could win
could
that
get
game as well.
They could get up for Benji. I don't know. But, like, in theory, you think Parramatta should smash them.
I don't know. They've been worrying in attack. I'm pretty sure they're the worst attacking team in the past 2 months. I think they're averaging like just over between like 12 and 15 points a game. So
They're not doing well.
I think you hit the nail on the head a couple of weeks ago when you said that Parramatta are really good at beating the shit teams because they just scramble
do just
really
enough.
well. Yeah, they scramble well in defense, and then just a heads up play from somebody like Mitchell Moses or
Their talent gets them
or-
over the line.
Yeah,
That's
or-
what happens.
Or Gutho.
That's
But
not.
I remember a couple of months ago, or a month and a bit ago, when Parramatta were versus Newcastle, and the moment that determined that game was just Gutherson's quick tap that went bang to Siva, and Siva went over to seal the
Yeah,
game.
that rubbish, man.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So just like little things that if it wasn't for players like Gutherson who just full of energy.
I feel sorry for him. Like, I say it every week. I feel sorry for the bloke now. I used to hate him. Now I feel sorry for the bloke.
Is he still a king?
When was he a king, mate? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I just feel sorry for him. So much pressure on him because, like, he surpassed his own what do you call it?
expectations.
Yeah, like, and now he's got to live up to it every week, but the rest of the team don't.
To be
Doesn't work
fair,
like
but
that.
he's actually a good chance of winning the DALLY, so at least he's got.
Did I not say he's not going to win the DALLY?
Hey, he's stealing 3 points off
Hey.
his teammates who aren't performing.
That's gonna be our bold prediction at the end. All right, so keep that in mind. Bold prediction,
Save it.
DALLY M. All right. Oh yeah, thanks Siri. Shut your mouth.
Thanks, Siri. You just
Just ruined everything, man. Penrith, bro. Just quickly, because I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
You impressed now?
Oh, 100%. You can't not be impressed by someone who's won 14 in a row. My only concern is I still feel like, even though they've come first, they still feel like the underdog at the end of the day, just because Roosters have been there, Melbourne's been there, Canberra's been there, Eels have been around that semi-final mark the last couple of years, so they're the only team not to really have exceeded expectations the past couple of years, so it feels like they're going against a couple of heavyweights, I guess. And I feel like experience will tell at the end of the day. If they're not on their best against Melbourne Roosters, even Raiders, I feel like Raiders are still a dark horse at this point, then
Yeah, I think we said
they
that
could
last
get
week.
toppled.
Yeah, your thoughts on his
No,
analysis?
I do agree. Like, they are the new kids on the block.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They're going up against. It's like kind of like a veteran, like a rookie going up against a veteran. But the one thing I will say for the Penrith Panthers is that for such a young team, they're so confident. Do you know what I mean? Like the things that they do, like some plays that you would expect veterans to be able to master. I see like players like, I know Kickout's no slouch, but players like Liam Martin, Isaiah Yeo, who's obviously a veteran, but even like players like Brian To'o, you even see him rocking up in that sweeping fullback role. We saw it against Parramatta where he was they're just shaking things up. They're just throwing stuff at teams that that are not in video footage. Like no one could prepare for this. Like Brian To'o taking playing a sweeping role as a fullback. I've never seen that all season, and it's just the creativity and the biggest compliment I can give is the cockiness of them as a young team is just good to see.
That's the thing. What goes back to what you said. Does that hold up under pressure? If it's a close game, things they're getting chances, but they're not really clicking. Like against Parramatta the other week, they had a lot of chances. They didn't finish them.
That's the one thing I'll say is that
That's what I'm saying. Against
but
the
that
Roosters
was one
or Storm,
week.
But I'm saying against the Roosters or Storm, that
Yeah.
could happen in a game. That could happen against them. And like those are chances you may not get back in a game. You know what I mean?
To be honest, I actually think Parramatta are the best scrambling defense in the comp.
It's a big compliment, bro.
it's unfortunate
Because you
because
hate them, bro. What's going on?
Look, it is true, but their attack's that bad right now. It's not their
That-
defense
yeah.
is not going to save them.
that's the right. So when I'm saying that Parramatta's the best scrambling team in the comp, you know, some of those plays that we made, we would have scored against. It might be blasphemy to say, but we would have scored against Melbourne and Roosters because
No, of course. I'm
because
not saying that.
they rely more on, you know, they don't need the scramble. They're that good defensively that they don't need to scramble as much as Parramatta does. And
Melbourne's been a bit off lately in defense. I think they're conceding like over 20 points the past 2 games. Even though they're smashing teams, that is a bit concerning.
Tigers
And
scored
leaking
how
4
much on
tries.
them? 28?
22 or 28?
28,
I think
That's how, but
team
again,
before as well put 22.
again, like for me, like if they play like they did against Parramatta, against the Roosters or Storm,
Oh, it's game over.
Parramatta threw nothing back. You know, they
Yeah.
counted nothing. That was the issue I had with Parramatta. They could not hit back at all. That's what.
But you got to give.
confirmed for me. That's it. But a Roosters would hit back. A Storm would hit back.
But you got to
Oh, yeah.
you got to give compliments to Penrith though, because Parramatta could have hit back because Penrith dominated field position.
No,
They did not let
I get that, but I don't think it would happen against the Roosters or Storm.
Parramatta. The thing is that Parramatta's forward pack is ridiculous. Like the only difference that I can see a Roosters and a Melbourne giving to Penrith that in regards to that game is that they have a Cleary or a Munster that could affect the game in those situations.
That's what I'm saying. They've got that player.
But in regards to the forward pack size, Parramatta's like probably one of the top 3 forward packs in the comp in regards to size. So Penrith still didn't allow them to get field position. So
They've gone missing. To be fair, they've gone missing. And you just named them 2 players, and then Cleary and Munster with Cleary. This is why Mitchell Moses is crap, because he needs to be that player for Parramatta, and he's not. He can't be.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ability to turn the game in one set like Cleary does. It takes Cleary literally one set to flip the whole game on his head, as well as Cameron Smith. He's been killing it lately as well.
That's my issue. Let's get straight.
Sorry, what about apparently Freddie just confirmed that Tommy's the first person on the list. Hasn't played all season, and you're the first person that I'm picking.
I'm telling you, I'm not happy with it.
We have.
Do you agree with that? Quickly,
Nah, I don't.
Come on, man.
Only because New South Wales has too many talents for them not to pick over someone who's played a couple games all year. So if it's Queensland, different story.
You know, I'll stuff. We'll talk about it. Stags deserves to be in the team over him. Lomax deserves to be in the team over him.
100%.
No offense.
Josh Morris.
Josh Morris deserves to be in the
Brett
team
Morris
over him.
deserves to be over him.
Look, I think I
already.
know why he said that. I think he said that because the reason why Trebojevic played last game and wanted to play this game too was he wanted to get a bit of match fitness before Origin. And I think
He couldn't even last.
that's the thing, right? Like, what's the point of giving him a position? And I love Tommy, but what's the point of
Not
giving him a
denying that.
position?
Yeah.
And then
I
he
thought
just-
he
he
picking
gets
it based on
injured.
form, right? Like, I thought that's what you do. You know, like not risking injury. You got to be 100% going into
Yeah.
these games.
Especially the hamstring. I know it's not the one that got injured on the weekend, but
Hey, bro,
it's
you
very
could-
prone to.
Queensland could win just because they're going to pick a lot of injury-prone players. Half the team's going to be injured by the 50th minute, and we'll be playing with 7 players out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what's gonna
I feel
happen.
like they're just going by the formula. Look, they've won the recent couple years. Let's stick with the same team. But
If they're healthy, yeah, why
Who
not?
knows?
But, you know, like there's a lot of players that deserve to be in the over him right now. Let's get straight into the games quickly. Run through them. Broncos, Cowboys.
who wins? Just go Broncos. 50-50 game here. But
All right.
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
ooh.
I don't know if that will get you out of the wooden spoon, but
You're versing Penrith, so
it's, you know, it's depleted Penrith, right? Kind of. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. Titans, Knights. You hate the Titans, They're 4 in a row.
They burned my life.
Why?
I'm gonna go Titans.
5 in a row to end
Yeah.
the season.
Knights have been too disappointing too many times this year, so
That way, okay last week.
yeah, but inconsistency.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
the thing.
yeah,
They
yeah.
smash a team one week, the next week they go and
Bradman Best is
not
back.
so-
Edric Lee's back. Kurt
Okay.
Mann's back. They've got a few players back.
Yeah,
I'll go Knights.
Titans. Yeah,
I'll go Knights. We'll leave this game till last. Bulldogs, Panthers.
Penrith.
Oh, we didn't get 6 o'clock on Friday.
No, you
We
got 3 p.m.
o'clock on
Saturday, even better.
Saturday.
Edwards kick out, cried and rested.
And Nathan.
Nathan.
I think Penrith should still come out on top quite comfortably. Like there's too many young players, too many energetic
Nathan.
players for them not to
Up
pretty
his
much
back.
run amok.
No,
over,
Nathan's
so-
in, sorry. My bad.
Okay. up his back.
Yeah, up.
They've
Parramatta.
got too much quality juniors and depth not to.
But the Bulldogs showed something last week, man.
Yeah.
Against, honestly, a disappointing South side. By the way, South, you can write them off for the year. I lost to the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Anyone that loses to the Dogs, you're gone.
Credit
Sorry.
to the Dogs, though. They did scramble. I think the last 15 minutes or
They
so.
played,
the
yeah.
amount of times Rabbits made a break and just couldn't get to the line, that was...
But
credit
it's
to the
worrying for
Dogs.
me that the Bulldogs wanted it more than them
Yeah.
in the end.
I don't know.
Penrith.
I'm going to go Bulldogs. For your benefit, you know. I lost before the finals and
Look,
maybe you go in, like, you know, wake up call.
Look, I didn't.
You stay on cloud
tip,
9 the whole
tip
time.
whoever you want. Mate.
Bring you back
I
to,
don't
you know,
care.
bring you back to ground and then maybe, you know,
And
you
then
go
what
on that
happens
run.
if Penrith win? Is it now not for my good then?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Sharks Raiders 5:30. I'm gonna go Sharks, bro. Raiders half the team's out.
Oh, you got to go Sharks. I think, he's rested
He's rested.
9 players, I think.
Yeah, he's rested. Diggle Clockstad, Williams, Croker, Bateman, Rapana, Papali. Like, nah.
Yeah, interesting game.
I know
but-
Johnson's gone for the year, but still.
Canberra.
Can't, right?
Mate, look, it's a culture up there, you know.
Okay.
Sharks. I think Wade Graham will do the job at 5'8".
West Tigers, Eels. I think it's Benji's last game. Is he playing? Okay, he picked him. Benji's last game with the Tigers. Brooks is back in. Junior Polo and Sean Lane are back in the starting side for the Eels. Tigers, Eels.
I think Tigers are going to win this one.
I think Tigers are going to win.
I'll go with Parramatta. I think they'll scramble.
The Benji's been killing it lately with his no look.
Why do you like Parra all of a sudden, bro? You've been
No,
praising him,
I
you
just-
pick him. What the hell's going on, man?
I just think they're gonna scramble their way to victory.
Bro, what did you do to him, cuz? You've been back for
It's
like
like we switched
20
minds.
minutes, cuz. He likes Penrith, you like Parra. What's going on?
I've evolved.
Okay. Fair enough. Warriors, Sea-Eagles, Sunday, 2 p.m. Tuvasicek's the big out for the Warriors. Trebojevic is out for the Sea-Eagles. Tom.
I'm going to go Warriors. I feel like they've been turning up to play week in, week out. They actually want to win in contrast to previous years. And Manly's depth, bit questionable. Doesn't look like they got much in contrast to someone like Penrith who can just chuck in young guns to do the job. So, Warriors.
I don't know, bro. Manly's playing a Bass Miski at wing.
Bass is playing for Manly, yeah.
Lebanese superstar.
What about they've got Sione Finu on reserves?
On reserves?
They should
I
play
know.
him though. They should play him and Ben.
I should play him.
Why not bleed him last game of the season? It's not like they're gonna go in like a couple of games.
I'd love to see Sione play, obviously, bro. For, see a young lad from Guildford get a go. Be great.
Is that
Manasseh's little brother.
and what position is he?
Forward. He could play anywhere, bro. He actually could play anywhere, but he's a forward.
Yeah, nice.
Manly? Why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? Let's go Manly. I think Tuvasicek's a big out. Dragons, Storm, last game of the round there. Half the team's out for the Storm.
Look, if Dragons don't win, they're in big trouble.
We're
Heading
meant
into
to get
next
into the
year.
season. It's
Yeah,
gone.
heading into next year at least. I don't know what Griffith's going to think.
Is that how many players Melbourne have got out?
Oh, now you want to change your mind about what we talked
No,
about?
that's a whole lineup.
That's what I was telling you. I told you 20 players are out.
What are you going to do for your multi this week?
I don't know, man. Look,
What are they going to give you
I
odds?
can't believe Melbourne
This
is
probably the
only
best.
$2 with that. They've rested around 11 players.
You get the best odds here. None of these guys have scored a try all year. They don't know what to.
Yeah.
They don't know what to pay him at.
But I don't know. They're still being very generous to Melbourne at $2. Should be a lot higher than
Cooper
that.
Johns is playing, mate.
Oh, he's back, the legend.
Riley Jacks as well.
You're going Dragons, yeah?
Oh, Ben Hunt's out, hey? Yeah, Dragons.
Oh,
Big
hectic.
loss,
They're
mate.
going to win now.
Melbourne.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's an
All right.
underdog story.
Match of the round, obviously, for obvious reasons. The old battle, Rabbitohs Roosters, Friday night. Who's out? Joey Manu's out, but. And Dangagai is back.
Teddy's back.
Teddy's back.
Oh, Mitch Orbison, eh?
Orbo, I told you last week. I told you, brother. You didn't listen. But the man, Orbo, brother, after COVID, we'll go out for lunch, brother. I don't even know him.
Roosters by at least 20. They're going to make a statement this week. Heading into the finals.
Who? Rabbitohs?
Roosters,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, Roosters.
Yeah, I'm drawing out the Rabbitohs at this point. No Mitchell.
Yeah,
and
good man.
Can't lose to the Dogs.
Why not? Yeah.
Nah, Roosters.
Roosters, come on, man. All right, finish off bowl prediction. I said last
I
week
can't wait for your one.
we're going to reveal it.
I
All right,
can't wait for your one.
DALLY M predictions. All right, because I'll probably be doing them in the new. I don't know if next week or the week before the grand final.
Dally M?
It's usually either
Seldom.
first week or the third week of the finals. I can't remember, but
I think it's
Coming
the
up.
week of the grand final. So.
All right. Let's go with you first, man. DALLY M. You had an eye on Clint Gutho.
Yeah, Clint Gutherson. Even though I don't think he's been the best outright player all year, but he's taking 3 points off his teammates who haven't been performing week in, week out. So I don't know whether it's a flawed system or not, but yeah, Gutho, I guess.
If he wins, it is a flawed system.
And you got to remember
It's
Cleary's
definitely a floor system.
Yeah.
Cleary's
Cleary?
he lost 6 points and
He loses 6 points.
he
and
missed
he-
out on 2 games. That's a massive loss. So
But he's probably been man of the match every game. They haven't lost a bloody game since...
Luai's won some cup, but
Cleary's probably taken 2 points.
yeah, I don't know.
I think Cleary has to win it. He has to. I don't care. First of all, how do you take away 6 points from him after he's been suspended? Has that ever happened?
Mate, that's the rules.
I thought
Okay,
the rule
I
was-
can't change them for you, brother.
But has it ever happened? They actually minus
I can't-
points too?
I can't remember.
Because I know
I
that.
thought the rule was that if you get suspended, you're automatically disqualified. Like Sevo last year.
No,
wasn't
isn't it 2 suspensions? You're
Is it 2?
Yeah.
disqualified.
I don't know. Too harsh, man.
Look, it is what it
Look.
is.
How many games has Kiri played this year?
Kiri?
Has he played enough? Do you reckon?
I think he missed a good 5 games.
I can't remember, man. I'll be honest with you.
You got to remember, he's got to compete with Tedesco, who's been killing it as well when he's on. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
I'm just gonna stick with Cleary. If he wins it, it'd just make it even that much better, you know.
You got to remember, RP2's won some man of the matches too, has he not?
Yeah, I don't think he might be in the top 10, but I don't think he'll be top 5. Yeah, it'll be that much better that if he still wins it, like after they've suspended him for 2 weeks for off-field issues, and then
Disgraceful issues, mate. TikTok.
Mate,
Come on,
it's
mate.
just a dance.
I don't care, mate. You can't do that.
He's just saying hi to some fans.
What
Can't do
about
that.
Craig Gower possibly winning the? They want to re-award the DALLY M to him because he was robbed that year. Apparently,
Post 17 years.
Yeah,
Come on, man. That was such a
that's
joke.
crazy.
I feel bad for him.
Do you reckon the system is flawed though?
Yeah.
I-
Because
I-
it's chosen by journalists.
But
They're
not
all-
only
they're all
that-
dumb. They're all bloody
Yeah,
dumb anyway.
That's I can't believe journalists picked that, but yeah, even the system itself, like
They just go with their
it seems
favourites.
pretty flawed, but it's hard to come up with another system that
Well,
will.
I know Tony doesn't agree with me there because I spoke to him before, but I think it should be 3 points for the round, not for each game. I think the best player of the round gets 3 points, and then it goes like that. Not every game is up for grabs 3 points because then you get players like Gutherson who doesn't do much, might not be the best player in the comp,
But doesn't have to get through.
but he does better than every one of his teammates that aren't playing well, and then he becomes DALLY M Player of the Year. And it's just like, what for?
I don't
Why?
know. I feel like that 3 points, 3-2-1 to 3 plays every week it's too hard. Like I feel like there'll be a good player week in, week out who can't hit that 3 points, and you won't see him progress with on that DALLY M ladder just because there's only 3
Well, if he doesn't get the
players to
3,
work with.
if he
So-
doesn't get 3, he'll get 2. If you're
Yeah.
good, if you're in the top 3,
What about if you're literally the 4th best
it
player?
doesn't have
every
to
week?
be 3. It doesn't have to be 3. You can make it like
Yeah.
as in
honestly,
maybe
if there's more players within that week, maybe 5 to 10, then
like 5
we
to
could make
10
a debate
of
for that. But
you know, and then you have a bracket. You know, you can give 2 players 3 points, 3 players 2 points, and then 5 players 1 point.
I think,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but look, I think it becomes even more controversial that way. You know, there's players that, you know, maybe there was like 4 good players in one game, and then, someone had an outstanding game, only get to 1 point.
Maybe just don't even go off a system. Just announce who they think's the best player all year. But I feel
I
like
think it should be
it's a
player
bit of
votes.
theatre for the Dally M to count.
It is a bit of theatre, bro.
It should
It is a
be-
bit
it
of
should be
theatre. But the
player
problem
votes.
is for me, man, they go off like a storyline,
Yeah.
like Gutho said, like Parramatta, like you know what I mean, or Penrith with Cleary, like as in like not to say they don't deserve it, but like they love that. They love bringing that up and bringing that to the forefront.
Oh,
But you know what?
100%.
There's been players like I thought Josh Hodgson would have won at one year. He never won it. He wasn't even in the top 10. I thought Inglis was going to win
Yeah.
it 1 year. Wasn't even in the top 10. Robbie Farah a long time ago. Like sometimes it doesn't even happen like that. If Clint Gutherson wins Dally M, I'll call him king for a year. I'll call him. I won't even make
You
fun
should
of
be
him.
calling him king right now.
No, I'm not calling him that because he doesn't deserve it. But I'll call him that. That's how stupid I think it is. He will not win it. Nathan Cleary's going to win it, whether anyone likes it or not.
Is Gutho top 5 this year, in your opinion?
Well, you know who we're actually not thinking about? Two of us check.
That's another one.
He's been playing well.
I think he'll be like top 3, but I don't think he'll win it. But he would have stolen a lot of votes in some games, especially late games. But
And what about Canberra? Canberra, like they've played decent this year. Where
Jack?
some of Jack Wyden
yeah.
might be able to pick up
possibly.
some
But
points.
I'm saying if Clint Gutherson wins it, I'll call him king for a year. But he's not going to win it. That's how confident I am. He's not winning it.
I don't know, man. Tricky one. But
Can't
yeah,
believe it.
So
I'm
what's
gonna
your
go-
bold
journalists
prediction?
should not be picking it.
That's my bold prediction.
Who?
Nathan Cleary as well.
Okay.
It's got to be Cleary, right? Who do you want me to pick? Josh
Gutherson.
Papali'i, brother?
Papa. No, he can't. He won't.
He'll be prop of the year. Give him prop of the year. All right, thanks, boys. Good to see you. Are you gonna stick around for the finals or
Oh yeah, I'll be there week in, week out, supporting.
Parramatta.
the last?
team.
But we got Origin as well. You can't disappear.
What month is that?
We've got another 7 weeks to go. Are you staying on board?
Subs.
Oh God! Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Cheers.